Hey everybody, I'm Dory. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am going to be going over my update for the week. This is almost my 4-year surge anniversary. But let me introduce myself to you if you are new. My name is Dory. As I said, I am 48 years old, 5'4" tall. And on September 12th of 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery. My highest recorded weight was 350 pounds. My day of surgery weight was 300.5. The last time I came at you, I think I was like 172, I want to say last week. Maybe it was 175. I weighed in at 179 yesterday. And so it's a fluctuation. I know it was from kind of snacking a little bit extra, and so I'm just jumping right back on the wagon. I had gotten down, my goal was 160 pounds, and I reached that about a year ago. I didn't stay there very long, but I had went below that, and I was 156.3, which I would so kill to be there again. But anyhow, so once I reached that goal, or I knew that I was in my low 160s, I decided to make 150 my ultimate goal. I don't think that that's where I'm gonna like to be, but I just wanna try, because that will be exactly half of the weight from my highest, or actually from my surgery weight would be 150, and then I would have lost 150 during the surgery. So anyway, so that's the premise behind that, and one day I'll get there, and I'm still just gonna enjoy life. So let's talk about this week. So this week, since my last update, has been very, very challenging. Not so much with food, just with life. As you guys know, my second granddaughter was born on August 21st. And leading up to her birth, my daughter was overdue, and so she was calling me a lot, and she was FaceTiming me, and she was, texting me during the night, and I was just worried about her. I was worried about whether or not she was going to deliver early or what was happening, but she was not dilated at all. And so as a mom, we just really worry about our kids, and so I did not get any good sleep whatsoever. Fast forward to her being induced on the 20th, which turned into a whole day of still no dilation. And then finally she had little Ember on the 21st. She, of course, being a new mom and new at breastfeeding and everything, Ember was born with a lip tie, so it was a lip tie up here, a full tongue tie all around, and then her cheeks had, I guess they would call it, it's webbing, I think it's called, and so inside her cheeks there was some webbing. So at 1 week old, which was last Friday, she had to have laser surgery, so they fix the tongue and the lip and then the cheeks. And so now my daughter, 3 times a day for 4 weeks, she has to go in, I got her some really tight medical gloves, size small, so she can really reach in there, and she's got to stretch out the things on her. And it's just been crazy. And so the breastfeeding journey was not as easy as we had thought that it was going to be, because of all of the mouth issues. So now she is seeing a lactation consultant tomorrow, and she is bound and determined to breastfeed her daughter, or at least pump and give her fresh breast milk. She bought a deep chest freezer last week, because in our state we were having a tax-free weekend, and so they purchased a huge deep freezer. She has been amazing. She's been pumping every 2 hours around the clock, and she has quite the stash already, and so I'm really proud of her. But that took up a lot of just my mental capability for the last couple of weeks, going on 3 weeks now. Added to that is the fact that we are starting school on September 15th. We are doing full remote school, Our state is doing remote to begin with, and then phasing in over every 3 weeks, beginning October 5th. So I have opted to teach all of my children at home for the whole school year, except for my first grader, because I just feel like those are the younger grades are the ones that are going to be in the most trouble if they don't get into the classroom, because I can teach them book things and I can put them on a Zoom call and we can do things like that, but I really feel like the younger they are, the more they need that kind of attention from a teacher and in a classroom setting. Excuse me. And so anyhow, so I've had that, and then we're supposed to go to the beach the next Wednesday, which is September 9th. We're supposed to be going to the beach in Maine, but because of COVID, Maine, we're coming from Massachusetts, and so if we go to Maine even just for a few hours, we have to quarantine for the time that we're there, or give them a COVID negative test, or get tested there. And it's all crazy, and so it's not worth it to go there. And we could just go because people are going to the beach and just coming home, and there's no question. But if we by chance were caught for some reason, it's a 6-month jail time and $1,000 fine. And my husband's in the military, and that's just not something that we are looking to do. We want to play by the rules. And so anyhow, so we're not going to go. Instead, we're going to stay in Massachusetts and go to a Gloucester beach in Gloucester, Mass. And that'll be fine. So I just have like all these preparations on my head. I'm just thinking, and then I'm thinking about, you know, my new granddaughter. I'm so sorry. And then my other granddaughter, who just turned 5 months old today, actually. And so it's just a lot to juggle. And then I have the 4 kids at home. And then I'm also taking on a good friend of mine from church. Her son, he's like another child, another one of my children. She is a teacher, and so she has a full demand of students. She teaches in high school, and she has so much to do. I can't even go into her whole thing, but anyhow, her son is also in first grade with my daughter, and so I'm actually going to be remote schooling him as well, as kind of like my side job. So anyhow, so I just have a lot, and I think that, you know, we know during this whole journey, when you've had weight loss surgery, they really educate you. If you've gone to a really good place, they will educate you beforehand, during, after, and they always talk about making sure you're getting your water and making sure you're faithful with your vitamins. But sleep is so needed. Like, I feel like when I can get some good solid sleep, I just feel so much better. Just all around, I feel healthier, I feel rested, I feel like I'm not mentally hungry, the head hunger isn't there. I just feel so much better, and I feel like that's what I've been lacking on a lot. And so my husband now is on nights. They're doing, I don't know, it's crazy, but it's 3 weeks nights, 3 week days, 3 week nights, 3 week days. And so basically they're doing that because they split the shifts in a shift A and shift B, so that those 2 shifts don't ever see each other. And it's just a way to kind of combat the COVID thing on his base. And so he's now on nights, which means that I go to bed without him, which is really hard. But then it also means that he'll get home at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm a light sleeper, and then I'll hear him sometimes, or I feel him come to bed. And then in the morning, he's got to sleep longer, so I have to get up with the kids and then get up with the dog. And so I just don't get good sleep. And so I really am working on getting to bed. Let's see, what time is it now? It is 10 of 9. So I am working on getting to bed by 9:30, 10 the absolute latest. And then if I can sleep till even 6:30 the next morning, then that gives me a little bit of a good sleep. When my husband is off on the weekends, or he's off on a day off, he lets me sleep. He gets up and I can sleep till about 8:30. which is very helpful. So as far as eating, so let me just let you guys know that I had been snacking, just like not bad snacks, not like carby snacks, but just extra snacks. And so that definitely sets me off. It definitely does not, it just doesn't set me up for success. And then the other thing that I noticed is that the more calories I eat, the sleep is getting to me. The more calories I eat, good calories, the higher in ketosis I get, but I am stalled in the losing weight thing. And so that kind of clicked for me today. Is I'm thinking of making sure I'm getting enough calories, and enough calories that are good, healthy protein and fat and all that. And my ketones are fantastic. Today I was in a moderate level of ketosis. I had a 1.0, and then my glucose was only 77, so that gave me, I don't even remember what it was, 4.4 I think GKI, which that could be mumbo jumbo to some of you guys. But I probably test maybe every 5 to 7 days. I don't test as much as I used to, because it really doesn't matter. If I know I'm in ketosis one day, I'm not going to automatically be out tomorrow. So anyways, but that was this morning's reading, and I really feel like it clicked for me just to figure out that I don't have to have the higher calories to stay into ketosis. My body is burning the fat. I actually have to have a calorie deficit in order to lose the weight. And so that's what I'm working on. So in my head, I'm going to go back to eating 2 meals a day, 11 and 4, and then that's it. So that's my plan. I'm just eating good, healthy, very nutritious meals. I meal prepped this past week, and I made this ground beef with Velveeta cheese. And Velveeta isn't the greatest cheese, but I'm telling you that my husband tried this, and all I did was I took 2.5 pounds of ground beef, organic grass-fed beef, a whole big block, the big one of Velveeta. I took 1 can of Rotel and 1 can of green chilies, put it all in there. I strained the Rotel, and then I put it all in there and just let it cook and simmer. It tastes like, I have a favorite Mexican restaurant called On the Border, and I don't know if you guys have that, but they have this queso, and it's so good. Oh my gosh, that's what this was, queso with ground beef in it. And my husband loved it, and so I have a bunch of it still done downstairs, and I meal prepped it in half-cup servings. So I'm going to be planning on just having that. And I did do a review on my Instagram of a company that makes keto and paleo snacks, and they're like, you know, there's cookies and there's toaster pastries, and there is what else they have, bagels. And so they reformulated their bagels, because the last time I had gotten some that were molded and all this, and now they came and they are delicious. But the reason I like them is because they're dense and they fill me up. So one bagel is 120 calories and I think 3 grams of net carbs, and they're just phenomenal. And that holds me over. Like, I could have that with cream cheese and everything but the bagel on top, toasted, and then I could have like some Faye Greek yogurt with blueberries, and that's my meal. And so for only, I don't know, it's like 350 calories maybe, I have a meal that has sustained me for like, I don't know, like the whole day. And so that has been really, really good. So I ordered some from them again, and it took a long time to get here because they reformulated and we were kind of on a wait list, and it finally arrived. But FedEx decided to just smush them to pieces. Like, not to pieces, I shouldn't say, they're not in pieces, but they're smushed, like really smushed. So they're not like a fluffy bagel. I have to cut it gently, and they're so thin because they're smushed. So the company reached out to me when they saw my Instagram, like right away, which I love customer service from companies that really pay attention. And so they're shipping me more bagels and they'll be here tomorrow. And so that is what I'm really enjoying. So my meals, I like doing the same thing over and over. So if I meal prep the bagel, I mean the meat, that's what I eat off all week. So I'll have things, these are my favorite things now in no particular order, but I have the Faya yogurt. I'll have maybe a tablespoon of the good, it's called Good Foods keto jelly, and I'll have a raspberry or strawberry or grape. 1 tablespoon in the Faya yogurt, and that is delicious. And then I also have the bagel, as I mentioned. I may have 2 eggs and maybe 4 slices of bacon. I'll have the meat mixture, and I've been using Quest taco flavored chips to dip into it like a queso, and that's a full meal. I also enjoy having rolled up deli meat, which I've been getting like the chicken breast, garlic chicken breast. So I have that rolled up. Sometimes I'll have just a couple of pieces of the deli meat rolled up with a string cheese, and I'll dip that in some mustard. Burgers, I have been huge on burgers lately. Wahlburgers, which is a restaurant, I'm sure you guys know, Donnie Wahlberg and his whole family own chains of restaurants, and we're actually, I've never been to one of their restaurants, but we have the MGM casino here that opened up in Massachusetts, and they're opening one, I think, spring of next year, and so I'm excited to go there. But what they do is they sell a 4-pack of their burger blend already made into burgers, and I take it home and I fry it up and everything, and I add 1 slice of cheese to it, and I have to tell you guys, it is fantastic. It's Angus beef. It's so fresh. So I have been loving that. I'll make 2 burgers, and I'll eat 1 at my first meal. I'll eat 1 at my second meal. Sometimes I have enough appetite, I can have 2 of them. That'll be my full meal. No bun or anything. I just have it like that. I might have mayo on it top. I may have mustard, maybe a pickle, and that's it. But those burgers have been my jam lately, and so I'm gonna go stock up on them because I have to do my grocery shopping, so I'm gonna stock up on those because I love those. I can have a burger any day of the week, anytime. That has been my jam. But I can tell that I really go through periods of wanting different foods, and I stick to it for a little while. Like now it's ground beef with this Velveeta cheese, which I'm actually gonna re-prep it on one of my next meal prep videos, but I'm gonna use mild cheddar cheese that got freshly grated instead of the Velveeta, just to get myself better health-wise, because the Velveeta just is very processed. So that's what I'm planning on doing. The next video you guys will see from me will be meal prep. I'm going to go over my menu, and I'm going to show you what I meal prep for my kids. So that is going to be my next video that I put out, and it's going to be all about what I meal prep for them for the week. I do have a menu that I go by every day. Like today was Thursday, and we had they had ground beef, meat sauce with meatballs and spaghetti and garlic bread. I don't have that. I did have a couple of meatballs, but I don't normally have that. I actually had a little bit of spaghetti too tonight, but I normally don't have that. But I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to be making chicken tenders. I'm going to be making some the ground beef mixture for spaghetti, and I'm going to make a ground beef mixture for Taco Tuesday. So I'm just going to prep everything ahead of time, so that way for the next week I will have everything set. I'm going to prep some baked chicken. I'm going to cook the baked chicken, but I'm just going to take you guys all along just what a week looks like on the meals that I'm going to prepare for my kiddos, just so that you guys can see like how I shop, how I meal plan, how I meal prep, and this will all be just for the kids. So there may be some things on there that you're like, well, that's not keto, or that's not low carb, or that's not paleo, or that's not what a bariatric patient should be eating. It's not going to be for me. It's going to be for the kiddos. But I will take you guys along, and I think it'll be kind of fun. I've just never done one. I've been doing this menu. I've been doing this shopping just on a menu, so I don't over shop, and I get it through Walmart grocery pickup, so I don't go into the store and over shop. And I also have been buying stuff on Amazon Prime because they have a lot of good deals there. The Quest chips I get, even though I am on the Quest squad, I do purchase Quest because I really do love Quest. And so I've been getting the taco chips from Amazon. And so anyhow, so I'm going to take you guys along with that. And I also have another thing coming up that I wanted to let you guys know about is Amazon Prime Wardrobe is sort of like a Stitch Fix and different unboxing. And so I ordered one because we're getting to the fall time now. And so I ordered myself a couple of things, a couple of pairs of pants and some really nice fall type sweaters and long sleeve tunics and stuff. So I'm gonna actually unbox that and try it on for you guys. And the way I really like Amazon Prime, you have 7 days to try it all out. And if you've worn it even for 7 days and you still don't like it, you just send it back, and they only charge you for the things that you are keeping. And I really like that. And so anyhow, that is what's on the horizon and on the agenda. And September is a new month, and I am going to take hold of that and help myself to lose that weight. I hope you guys all have a good time. If you could please share my video, like, subscribe, and be part of my weight loss journey and life. Love you guys.